Hello everybody, welcome to another video here. This is now the next one of the all-time team builds, or MLB The Show 24, and now it is the Athletics. Well, that's what they're known as now. They were known as a bunch of other names, but primarily they were known as the Oakland Athletics. So, gotta get up the information here as I can't really remember it off the top of my head. So they've been in the American League since 1901, the West Division since 1969. They were known as the Philadelphia Athletics from 1901 to 1954, then the Kansas City Athletics from 1955 to 1967, and then the Oakland Athletics from 1968 to 2024. So unfortunately, they're no longer in Oakland. They're still going to stay in California, but they're going to be like in a different stadium. They will not be playing at the Oakland Coliseum that they played for. They'll be playing now at Suter Health Park. Supposedly, that is what it is. It's the home of the Sacramento River Cats, which I believe it's the AAA team of the San Francisco Giants. So pretty much that is where they'll be playing until supposedly the Athletics will get a new stadium. And from what I've heard, probably in 2026 they're going to move them to Las Vegas and become the Las Vegas Athletics, just like what they did with the Raiders when they were in Oakland or Los Angeles, whatever they were. But they were in Oakland before they became the Las Vegas Raiders. But still, I really wish that they would not do that because of the fact that the Athletics have been around for a while, and they're one of my favorite teams. I like them. Over the years they had so many players and so many pitchers as well, so many that I remember and stuff. Just to name a bunch that are not in the game: Dave Henderson, rest in peace; Jose Canseco, Terry Steinbach, Harold Baines, but he only has just the out of position card. He doesn't have another card, which is really, really dumb, unfortunately. But yeah, the Raiders, they were the Oakland Raiders from 1995 to 2019, and then the Los Angeles Raiders from 82 to 1994, and now the Las Vegas Raiders. So yeah. But anyway, the Athletics have won. I know they have won the World Series. They won it 9 times. The last time they did was in 1989 with their manager Tony La Russa, and of course they had to acquire Ricky Henderson, rest in peace, to come back to the team as well, because he was originally an Athletic. Then he played for the New York Yankees, and then he returned to the Athletics and also played for other teams as well too, like the Dodgers, the Padres, the Mariners, the Red Sox, I think, the Mets. Yeah, he's had his share of teams over the years, man, but he's definitely one of the best. But yeah, I never forgotten. And yeah, pretty much, whatever they decide to do, I just hope that it will really work out for them. But this is the squad that I pretty much have gone with. Now, again, I know there's a lot of question marks, again, but this is the way that I go with it. There's a bunch of other players that we don't have. The later players like Eric Chavez, Miguel Tejada, we don't have them players, unfortunately. We don't have pitchers like the big three, Tim Hudson, Barry Zito, and Mark Mulder, which is crazy. We really should have them in the game, or if not one of them, maybe Tim Hudson or Barry Zito. Mark Mulder was a great pitcher too for them, and they had like closers like Billy Koch and a few others too. But that's pretty much about it. But let's get into this. So we have Sean Murphy over at catcher. We have Mark McGwire over at first base, but it's the incognito one. I figure I'd use this one instead of the one that he has, which is the 99 one with the St. Louis Cardinals, but I'd rather just use this one instead, just to give it a shot. The other one, people are a little bit disappointed with that. So yeah, we have Abraham Toro over at second base. We have Matt Chapman over at third. Yes, he does have a 99 card, but I'm using the Athletic one to get the boost. We have Jacob Wilson over at shortstop. Normally that would be either Miguel Tejada or even Bobby Crosby, but pretty much, both of them are not in the game, but it probably would be Tejada because he won the MVP in 2002. Then we also have Ricky Henderson over in left. We have Esteri Ruiz, I don't know how to pronounce his first name, in center. And we have Lawrence Butler over in right. And we have Frank Thomas at DH, along with the captain boost as well, too. For the rotation, well, actually for the bench, let's go there first. We have Matt Olson. We have Brent Rooker. We have Shea Langoliers. And we have Jason Giambi. I really want to get him on the squad and put him at first base, but Mark McGwire, I thought about him, like, well, he spent more seasons, from Oakland in, like, the late 80s till 1997 when he was traded to the Cardinals. But, yeah, but we'll see if we'll get him some playing time. We will see about that. He only has first base as his position. He doesn't have any secondaries. For the rotation, we have J.P. Sears, and we don't have Dave Stewart and Bob Welch. Now, those 5 people, the other people I mentioned too, Tim Hudson, Barry Zito, and Mark Mulder, they would be in the rotation. The other 2 would probably be Bob Welch and Dave Stewart. But you could probably put Catfish Hunter in there too, but I have him at number 5. The others we have are Vida Blue, who will be getting the start. Then we have Sean Manaea, along with the captain boost as well for tier 3. And then we have Brady Basso. Yeah, we don't have any other pitchers like Rich Harden or Justin Dukeshire. I don't know why I named that guy, but it's just a name that I remember. He was an all-star before, and he was an Oriole in 2011. He tried to make the roster. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I wish that they had like a little bit more in the game, but they don't. But the bullpen is actually really good. A lot of good names on here, like Dennis Eckersley, Raleigh Fingers, Blake Trinan, Mason Miller, Jake Diekman, Rich Goose Gossage, even though he only spent 1 season, but I think that's totally all right with me. Liam Hendricks, even though he's a captain, but it's totally all right. He can be on the roster. And Lou Trevino. Yeah, so a bunch of good other ones too. I mean, yeah, this should be a pretty interesting game. So let's get into this and see if we can get a win, hopefully. We lost in the last one, but let's see if we can just get a win. Alright, so it looks like we're on the road, and we are. We're facing the New Bern Wild Things. We're facing Tom Seaver. Alright, so this should be pretty interesting. He's a little bit of a tough pitcher, but hopefully we can do the best we can. Playing it where the Cincinnati Reds play, okay? And this person has a record of 55 and 54. And it looks like he's a fan of the Cleveland Indians because of the fact that he has the thing as Wild Thing. Don't like the uniforms, unfortunately. Alright, but here we go. Ricky Henderson leads it off. And hopefully this game will go really good. We came on the losing effort with the all-time New York Yankees after we had won 3 in a row, and now we have lost another one. But hopefully that won't be the case. Very sad, unfortunately, about Ricky Henderson. But, however, oh, he's going to beat it out. Yesterday, the Baltimore Orioles got some sad news as former baseball pitcher and first-round draft pick from 2007 or one of them years, Brian Mattes, passed away. Passed away, unfortunately, at the age of 37. If it was posted yesterday, it was around yesterday morning when it happened, but no cause has been said. I mean, they don't usually do that and stuff, but also it's disrespectful. They really shouldn't just mention that, but they do like later on and stuff. But I mean, I remember Brian Mattes very, very much. He pitched for the Orioles from 2009 to 2016, and he was actually a member of the Chicago Cubs in 2016, and he also did get a World Series ring with them, which was great. But unfortunately, he had some trouble with the Orioles. He was a starting pitcher in the beginning. Then he went to the bullpen, and he was actually more successful in the bullpen. He was okay in 2009. He was pretty good in 2010. He struggled in 2011. Then he was in the rotation and the bullpen in 2012. Then he was pretty much moved to the bullpen, and after that, I thought that was gone. But we'll get back to that. Yeah, but pretty much, he was more known for being a bullpen pitcher with the Orioles, but he did do good in the rotation, but it was just a shame, unfortunately, to hear all that. I mean, I think I went to a game in 2011 with my grandfather. We were watching the Orioles take on the St. Louis Cardinals. It was T-shirt night, I think. I forget for who it was, but Brian Mattis was on the mound, and I'm pretty sure he was, or it may have been another game from 2011, or maybe it was a Seattle Mariners game. I don't remember. I'll have to look up the schedule. Let me look up the 2000. Let me look up the schedule for the Orioles from them years ago, from 2011. It'll tell me on there who was pitching. But I'm pretty sure Brian Mattis started one of those games. So we're going to go to the 2011 Orioles. Come on, I'm putting in too many letters. Orioles schedule. Sorry, I'm trying to do a bunch of things here. Alright, so it'll tell me on here. I know the game from the Mariners in 2011 was from the month of May, I think. Come on. Damn it. I didn't want that. Okay, so the Mariners game, I think it was, we actually swept the Mariners in these games, so I want to say if it was the game on the 12th of May, if that's the right one. I don't remember what day it was. I mean, that, okay, it was actually, okay, so this one was from 2011. We faced the Seattle Mariners, and the Orioles actually won on a walk-off. If I got that throw a little bit, if I got the perfect throw, I think I really would have got him. And I like using Vida Blue. I mean, he got some nice pitches, in his arsenal. I thought maybe he'd have like a sinker, but really, I mean, he's a very good pitcher. Look at that, nice one. That's a freaking dot right there. All right. So, yeah, the Mariners had some pretty big names in 2011. They had Ichiro Suzuki still, Sean Figgins. They had a young Justin Smoke. They had a former Oriole, Jack Cust. But Jack Cust really didn't have any good seasons with Baltimore. And the others, they had Michael Saunders, and their pitcher was Jason Vargas. He had like a few good seasons. Come on, Chapman. Damn it. Now, Frank Thomas, he played a couple of seasons with Oakland, and he actually did pretty well. And, of course, they have him, for the captain as well, which is pretty cool. Now, if they didn't have the captain, we would just have to use his 99 Hall of Fame card with the Chicago White Sox. Like I said, Tom Seaver is tough, but we're just trying the best we can. Yeah, but I remember that game in 2011. The Orioles actually wound up winning the game. I think, it was a walk-off. The game was like a scoreless game, and it went all the way to the 9th inning, then went to the 10th inning, I think. No, they played more than that. There we go. Frank Thomas gets a hit. We played 3, 6, 9, 10, 11... 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 innings it took us to win the game. The Mariners took a 1-0 lead. Then the Orioles came back and won the game 2-1. Oh, no. Okay, he's safe. He had too much speed. That's fine. Toro. I like the name. Abraham Toro. Toro. Alright. Well, 2 now. Throwing a lot of pitches, too, and throwing a lot of balls. That was right there. I knew he was going to do that. Alright, that's low for a ball. Walk will be fine. Ooh, that was a little bit hung up too much, and that's going to be a goner. An opposite field home run, but it's fine. We will take it. All right, now Ruiz up. But yeah, that was a really good game. And also the pitcher was Zach Britton for the Orioles. It was not Brian Mattis in that game. Now, the next one is the St. Louis Cardinals in 2011. I went to that with my grandfather as well. Because my granddad, he worked for a bunch of places for pharmacies. Oh, my God, I didn't go around on that. What the hell are you doing? That's all right. We did get the lead. Now, this one we unfortunately did lose. I think it was 9-6. I think it was on... I think it was this one. Yep, here it is. Yep. It's from June 30th, 2011. So the Orioles faced the St. Louis Cardinals at home, and I think it was T-shirt night as well. But pretty much the Orioles got swept. We faced the Cardinals in the first game. We lost that one, and then in the second game lost, and now this one. So yeah, me and my granddad went to this, and for the Cardinals in this one, we got Matt Holliday in the lineup, who is in the game. We have Lance Berkman, who is not in the game. He needs to be. Hopefully he will be soon. Oh my goodness, look at that bloopy. Like AJ says, little bloopy son. David Freese, the walk-off hero in 2011 in the World Series, the one game. Colby Rasmus was a former Oriole. Yadier Molina was in the lineup. But the first baseman was Tony Cruz, I guess, because Albert Pujols might have been injured. Because, oh my God, Albert Pujols was a Cardinal in 2011, but I think he was injured. Skip Schumacher, and the starting pitcher was Jaime Garcia, or Jamie Garcia, but I'm pretty sure it was pronounced Jaime Garcia. But yeah, I mean, that was a disappointing game, but it was a fun game. You know, it was always fun to go to games with my grandfather. My aunt would come to as well, too, but my granddad, you know, pretty much grew up on baseball. I mean, my aunt, I know she did, too, but yeah, I'm just saying. Oh, no, thank God that he missed it. Try this, gonna chase it. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Elvis Presley, because today is his birthday. May he rest in peace. One of the greatest singers ever. Alright, let's try and get Chase Utley out so we can get out of this inning. And then for the Orioles, now, of course, there's probably a bunch of names on here you probably do not remember. But there are some. I mean, like, most of them, you know, did spend their career with the Orioles, or some, you know, just probably names you didn't really hear of. Nice one. Alright, so we got out of the inning. Anyway, so for the Orioles, we had J.J. Hardy over at shortstop. I didn't mention the other names for the Cardinals. Ryan Terrio was a shortstop. John Jay and right. Then we had Skip Schumacher. I already mentioned him. Okay. But the other people I didn't mention. J.J. Hardy spent seasons with the Brewers. I think he also played for the Twins. He was the team he came from. He was an all-star, I think, with the Brewers one season. Dang it, that was a tough one. I got the hiccups. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. But J.J. Hardy was also an all-star for the Orioles in 2013. He really should be the hitting coach for the Orioles, or just any kind of coach for them, pretty much. Yeah. Or maybe even like a first base coach, you know, or one of them, or third base. I don't know. But he mostly was a shortstop. Then we had Nick Markakis in right field. He spent his entire career with the Orioles, but he did also play for the Atlanta Braves. I did forget about that a little bit, but I was hoping he was going to spend his entire career with Baltimore. He could have been a Hall of Famer if he had, like, 3,000. Ew. That was a nasty pitch. Yeah, if he had, like, 3,000 hits, of course he would have been in the Hall of Fame for sure. But if he had close to 3,000 hits, like 2,900, he probably still would have made it too. But anyway, he was in the game as well. Then we had Adam Jones in center field, who started out with the Seattle Mariners. Then he also played for the Orioles when he was acquired in a trade in late 2007. But pretty much Adam Jones spent a lot of seasons with the Orioles from 2008 to 2018. Spent 11 seasons with us, and he was one of the best center fielders to play for us. I know a lot of people like Mike Devereaux as well, too. He was a great center fielder, and Brady Anderson. But Brady Anderson also did play left field because that's how he started when he started with Baltimore. Then he went to center field after B.J. Surhoff was acquired in 1996, and he became a left fielder. And they also had other people playing left field like Jeffrey Hammonds, Mark Smith. He was just a rookie in late 94, 1995, and 1996. But yeah, I know I'm going a little bit off track and all that, but yeah, Adam Jones also in the lineup. Then we had Vladimir Guerrero Sr. and designated hitter. Yes, the one that's the father. Oh no, that's gone. Damn it. He got a good piece of it, but hopefully we don't blow this lead. All right, it's 2-1 now. That was my mistake. That pitch was a little bit too much in the zone. I'm sorry. But, yeah, Vladimir Guerrero was the designated hitter for the Orioles in 2011. I know a lot of people weren't big on that because he had much better seasons with the Montreal Expos and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And I was going to throw the fastball, but I'm like, nah, I think I'm going to try something else. Okay, he got off the end of the bat. Well, as Butler gets there, ooh. He was playing a little deep, but he got there. He's got some speed. Now we got Mark McGwire up. Yeah, Vladimir Guerrero was not an all-star with the Orioles in 2011, but he had a decent season. Then we had Derek Lee at first base, the guy that played for the Chicago Cubs, the Florida Marlins, and also in the Atlanta Braves. He kind of retired pretty much, I think, after the 2011 season. Then we got Matt Wieters, who was the catcher, the Orioles' #1 first-round draft pick in 2000. Can't remember what year. I think it was like 2008 or something, or I don't think it was 9. It was somebody else. But, yeah. He had some pretty good seasons with Baltimore. He played from 2009 to 2016. He was an all-star a few times in 2011, 2012, 2014, and 2016. And he won some Gold Gloves, too. Mark Reynolds was the third baseman. He played for the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Orioles, the Rockies, the Indians, and Yankees, I think. Yep. He was pretty good. They called him the Sheriff. He hit 37 home runs, I think, in 2011, one of them years. But his average wasn't all that great because he struck out a lot. Yeah. But he was pretty good, actually. And Frank Thomas is going to get another hit. Okay, cool. We'll take that. Also, we have Nolan Reimold that was in left field. He was a pretty good player in the year of 2009. Probably would have been a Rookie of the Year. But he wound up, I think, having an injury. But he did play a good amount of games in 2009. I met Nolan Reimold before. He was actually pretty cool. And I met Zach Britton, who was an Oriole pitcher as well, in that one game that I mentioned in 2011. And I also met Clay Rapata, who was a, was it him or Zach Phillips? I think it was Zach Phillips. I don't think it was Clay Rapata. He was just a pitcher for the Orioles before. But, yeah. Rick Krivda I also met, who was an Oriole pitcher in the mid-90s. Pretty cool guy, and he liked my Joe Flacco mustache when Joe Flacco had that Manchu mustache. Everybody probably thinking maybe I'll change it to that. You know, I don't think I'm going to go back to that look again. That was probably one of my least favorite looks. I don't know. I mean, maybe I will, you know, just for the heck of it. I mean, I do need to trim up a little bit. But right now, you know, it's keeping my face warm, you know, with the snow and all that. And I know it's a different look for everybody, but it's just something I'm just trying to experience, you know, just doing something a little bit differently. So we're only in the 4th inning right now, and I mean, I know this game is taking a while and stuff, and I know I'm talking a lot too. I mean, I'm sorry, I was just talking about Brian Mattes, that pitcher. Nice pitch there from Vida Blue. That's 8 strikeouts. That was a tough pitch too. But, yeah. that was very sad about Brian Mattes. It really was. And the other people, Robert Andino was the second baseman because Brian Roberts was injured still in the probably the 60-day disabled list, as they call it at that time. It's now the injured list. But Robert Andino came from the Florida Marlins, and he was all right. I mean, but he had that one season in 2011 when he hit the walk-off hit for the Orioles later in 2011 when they beat the Red Sox and knocked them out of the World Series, and the Tampa Bay Rays went to the playoffs. The playoffs, man, not the World Series. So, and the starting pitcher for the Orioles was Brian Mattes. Unfortunately, he struggled in that one. He gave up 8 earned runs, which is unfortunately horrible. I mean, he struggled in 2011, but he got better, in the later years. He did. Ooh, that was a tough one. I laid it off because I thought I was going to go outside. That's all right. Okay, that's low. 2-2 now. But Alfredo Simon also pitched in the game. He gave up some runs, I think, or just one. And the bullpen came in, Mike Gonzalez and Jim Johnson. Yeah, I think there was home runs in the game. Lance Berkman hit 2, his 20th in the 3rd inning off of Mattes, and in the 7th inning off of Alfredo Simon, or Simone. I mean, they pronounced it Simone at that time. John Jay hit his 6th home run in the 4th inning off of Mattes. And then for us, Nolan Reimold hit his 4th in the 4th inning off of Garcia. God dang it, I can't believe I swung at that. What am I doing? And Mark Reynolds hit his 15th in the 6th inning off of Garcia. And I think around that time, me and my granddad decided to leave because the game was pretty much not all that great. But yeah, it was frustrating. Yeah, we actually made the score 9-6, but we could not win the game. We had more hits, and then we had 15, and the Cardinals had 14. And I think there was another game we went to in 2011. No, that was no, there was one we went to, and it was against the Minnesota Twins at home. Yeah, I forgot about that. Me, my grandfather, and my aunt went to it. If I can find it, I think it's this one. We lost 3-1. It was on April 21st. I'm pretty sure it was that one. No, I don't think it was that. Might be the first one, because I remember we lost the game, and I remember the pitcher was not Jeremy Guthrie. I think it was Chris Tillman. There it is. Yep. Yeah, it was the first one. We lost 5-3. We played a 4-game series against them, which is a rarity. We don't usually play like 4-game series. I mean, but teams do. I mean, but not all the time. Mostly it's a 3-game series or even a 2-game series. Come on, get it, Henderson. He's got it. Whew. But yeah, so for the names of the people for the Twins, the only one they had was Hall of Famer Jim Thome in this one. Joe Mauer, who's a Hall of Famer now, he was not in the lineup as I think he was injured. And they had former Oriole Danny Valencia, but at that time he was not a former Oriole. He didn't join the Orioles until 2013, and this game is from 2011. But yeah. And the starting pitcher for the Twins, I didn't look, was Francisco Liriano, and he picked up his first win. He was 0-3 on the year, and that time he got his first win. Now for the Orioles, Brian Roberts was in the lineup. This is before he got on the placed on the disabled list or injured list again. He had concussion problems, I think, unfortunately, and I think something else. But yeah, make the play. There we go. Good job. Well, Vida Blue is pitching pretty good. I mean, yeah. All right, so now we're in the 6th inning. We still lead 2-1. And pretty much the other people that I mentioned, trying to go the opposite way. Just Jake Fox was in left field. He was a guy that pretty much was all right. And Luke Scott pinch hit in the game. Luke Scott actually, I got to stop doing that. I got to keep my eye on the ball. That sinker is really driving me crazy. Gotta get some more runs here. We cannot keep this at 2-1, and we don't want the other team to try and take the lead. Oh my God. Yeah, but unfortunately, you know, it wasn't really that great of a game. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be a hit. Going to get past the right fielder, and that's going to be a double. All right, good. Ooh, throws offline, but that's all right. Not going to go for 3. All right, McGuire, come on. I know I probably should be using the 99 card instead of this one, but I don't think it really matters. I just want to use the one, you know, with him in Oakland, that's all. I don't think it's no big deal to people. If it is, oh well. Well, chased that one there. I thought it was going to be in the zone because it was a big curveball. That's all right. Now Matt Chapman. I know I should have took a swing at that one. I really should have. I got a feeling. I think I know what he's going to throw. Now fouled it off barely. Would have been a strike probably if I had not swung. Get through. Okay, yes. Okay, send the runner. All right, there we go. Good job, Chapman. He tried to sink her again, but it didn't work. All right. Yeah, sorry. You know, I was just going talking about them things, you know, about Brian Mattes, you know, in the games that I went to. So, sorry. All right. Excuse me. So now, let's see where we're at. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning now. Okay. Got 5 hits and 1 error. I can't remember what the forgot what the error was for, but it doesn't really matter. Let's go with this one. Yeah, Vida Blue and Tom Seaver got a lot of strikeouts in this game so far. And the pitch. Nice one, another strikeout. It's probably 10 strikeouts now for Vida Blue. No, 11. Okay, he had 10. But all right. That's great. Ooh, man. That's a tough pitch right there, but he fouled it off. I thought that changeup was going to stay a little bit up, but try and get this curveball a little low. Nope, doesn't go after it. Let's go with the slider. See what he does on this. He hits it, and it goes foul again. Okay, I'm going to have to be careful. I keep throwing in that location. And he's probably going to try and hit it for a bomb. Now, he barely fouled that off. Give you the curveball. You can't probably hear what I'm saying. Okay, well, if he did, you know, he took a swing at it and he grounds out. All right, 2 outs now. Now we got to get Freddie Freeman out. Said out too many times. Sorry. I know I'm very apologetic, but that's just the way I am. Some people tell me, you know, don't, you know, apologize so much. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I mean, it's just the way I am. You know, I don't want to hurt people's feelings and don't want to, like, you know, make anybody mad. Okay, good one. All right, for strikeout number 12, this would be, I'm going to try that slider again, see what it does. Nah, he wouldn't go after it. I'm going to try the fastball. I'm going to try. And he swings and misses. All right. All right, guys, need a couple more runs. We lead 3-1. He's probably going to warm up some pitchers, or he might be bringing in somebody, I'm pretty sure. Tanner Scott. Okay. Well, Abraham is a, he's a switch hitter. But we don't have anybody to play second base. I do want to get some other people some opportunities, but we have Jason Giambi and Matt Olson on the bench, and they're left-handers. So it wouldn't be a good idea to bring him in right now, but hopefully we can try and bring him in to get some playing time. Okay. Ooh, that was in the middle zone. That's one late. Ah, man, that was right in the zone. It was 101 miles per hour, though. Okay. Well, it's off the glove of him. He should make the play. Yeah. Okay. Esther Yuri, I believe his name is pronounced from what they said. Esther. Oh, man. He hit a no-downer on that one. That going to reach the second deck? I believe so. Yeah. That's about 439, 446. Okay, not bad. All right, got another run. That's great. We'll definitely take that. All right. Come on, Ricky. There you go. Nice job there. Very nice. I was hoping Ricky would get a nice hit. And now he brings in Dennis Eckersley. But I really cannot bring in Giambi or Matt Olson because, again, Jacob Wilson's a shortstop. I'm going to see if I can get Ricky maybe to steal a base, you know, just for the fun of it. Because he was a great base stealer, and he will. Just wanted to get a stolen base with him, see if he could do that. So, that's fine. Ah, tough one right there. He's going opposite field. It might carry in. Yes, it does. Wow. That ball's kept on going. The Athletics are really doing some damage. I mean, even though it's 6 runs, but I kind of feel like this is the most runs we put up. I mean, we did actually with the Minnesota Twins, but the person wound up quitting. And then we won the second one because we had to play another one. It was only in the first inning. That's a ground ball, and that's going to do it. But we got some more runs. All right, 2 strikes on Hank Aaron. I'm going to try the fastball up. Ooh, right there. Strikeout number 13 for Vida Blue. So we're going to get Carlos Santana to fly out to center field. Very close, though, to a 2-run homer, but it is the 3rd out. Well, we didn't see it. I mean, I kind of hit the button, so the person actually just rage quit. So we just made the all-time Athletics, well, it's really the all-time Oakland Athletics. We just made a person rage quit. So how about that? I'll take it. We didn't really see who the player of the game was. It probably would be Vida Blue. I mean, he struck out 13. Jacob Wilson had a home run. And Esther Ruiz did, and Sean Murphy had a home run as well, too. So, yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it. The Oakland Athletics, or the Athletics. I mean, they'll always be the Oakland Athletics no matter what. But they come away with the victory here as we are able to get back in the win column, as Joe Angel would say, the former radio broadcaster or announcer for the Baltimore Orioles. But, yeah. That is going to do it for this game. I hope everybody enjoyed this game of the all-time Oakland Athletics team build on MLB The Show 24. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, please. Not a bad thing, a good thing. And you all take care, and thank you again for watching this video.